All right, welcome back, you guys, for the first midday update. I'm giving you guys a follow-up as the markets come to a close, and we follow up on what we were talking about earlier in the day. As you can see, we have clearly pushed off the fib on Bitcoin, and we are way under the Bollinger Band. We have 3 hours and 19 minutes to recover back inside or in the next new daily candle, which will open after 8 p.m. I'm expecting a new low to be put in, and I'm assuming that 28,678 is our first stop. And we can see if we can hold there and go up or not. But as of right now, I will wait to see how the day closes before I follow up, and we can see how this is tomorrow in the morning when I get my update. Let me zoom in a little bit, and then we're going to cover a few other assets quickly. This is the 4 hour on Bitcoin, and as you can see, we are following nicely our measured move, and we are now in the middle of this consolidation. I was saying in the morning that we should probably test into the 21 shop, which is kind of happening now. It is imperative on a 4 hour that we do not make a new low, and that is going under 30,000. As long as we don't close 4 hour open and close 4 hour candles under 30,000, it is possible that we could go sideways and then try again to the top side. So I'm not saying all hope is lost. This kind of looks like a little bit of full flag consolidation for the next pop up. And then this next pop up will probably test into the 21 or go into the 55. And we have to see that as that happens, because this 4 hour candle just opened. We have about 3 hours left, but the volume is so low for the buyers. We need either a big buyer to step up by defending this low, or the sellers will take control and you will see a nice large volume candle showing you that sellers are taking over. See the price quickly go to the downside. We might stop here for a little bit at 30,000, but 30,000 test to see how much lower the price actually wants to go. As of right now, I want to see $28,800 area and compared to 2007. I'm going to go to Ethereum now on a daily. That's just for the follow-up. So Ethereum on the daily was much stronger in the morning, and as you can see, we are clearly pushing off the $2,400 level. We are also outside the Bollinger. So closing the day like this in 3 hours and 16 minutes just makes me feel like we are follow this measured move to the downside, and it is very, very likely that so this is what I'm looking for basically. So I mean, we can basically come very, very close to 1715 and probably bounce back up. How high we go is just no one will know. I mean, coming down this low, we can bounce up to this channel and then drop down, consolidate in this triangle before dropping back. So don't assume anything. You gotta see how this daily closes, and I can follow up because I'm still looking for the weekly candle close as well. Let's go to a 4 hour so we can take a better look. On a 4 hour time scale, we can see we clearly got rejected off the 21 EMA and the fib, which I was talking about in the morning, and we are finding some support in this channel. As long as we don't lose this orange channel with 4 hour closes, that would be fantastic, and we can look for some sideways and up. That is if we don't go under 2,300. Losing 2,300 on 4 hour closes, the next level of resistance is going to be 2,200. And if we have 4 hour closes under 2,200, I am looking for this lower move to start playing out, and how deep we go, we won't start seeing it live. Assuming after we take the lows, there's going to be someone with a lot of money scoop it up right away quickly after we get some big liquidations. So just be careful if you're buying, stay low leverage and DCA. Make sure you have a lot of liquidity on the sides, because right now we don't know how low we have not even 1%. So to assume a 4 hour or a daily is the market, it's highly unlikely. All right, so that is Ethereum on a 4 hour. I gave you the downside targets. If we do make a quick pop up, I'm looking for the middle of the channel to be resistance, which is at 2,500, because the 21 EMA, this fib, and the middle of this orange channel is there. We do have 4-hour closes above 2,500. We can go for the 55 EMA, which is going to be around 26, and I think we have the 100 EMA at 27. So we have $100 increments on Ethereum, is what we're looking for. I will follow up with this in the morning if we have a better look at what's going on. For now, let's move to Solana on a daily. Solana on a daily is breaking down below our little pivot. It is following into the measured move. We've already had a few measured moves saying if we break this level, we're playing this measured move, came into it. If we lose this support, we had this measured move, we actually played it out. This larger orange measured move is for this consolidation. If it breaks down, it looks like we're halfway to that measured area. The bottom of this measured move is all the way to $41, $42. So I don't know if that's where we're going to find our support, but we've had this here from prior TA on this asset. And you can follow up by watching my other Solana video that I did and see exactly how we came to this conclusion. It took a few days for it to play out, and it's playing out exactly the way we calculated it. Let's see if we find some support at this level and then follow up. I can give you another few targets to look down the side. But if we lose this $42 level, we can look for support at $26.75, and then worst case scenario at $14. After this, I would have to follow up and see what the price is doing to let you know what's going on. But this was a huge buy up on a daily volume-wise. So as long as we don't close inside of this, outside of this Bollinger Band, we have the possibility of testing upside again. But as of right now, we are outside, and we need 3 hours and 12 minutes to see how we're going to close. Going to the 4-hour, we did test in the 21 and rejected. So it is imperative we don't make a new low. If we make more new lows under $61, I am going to assume the larger drop to the lower targets is going to be more of a realistic scenario. So please plan accordingly for Solana. Let's go to DOT on a daily. Going to DOT on a daily, we also had a measured move on DOT, and it looks like it's playing out right now. We are finding support at this level, which is at $10. As long as we don't make 4-hour close outside of $10, we should be safe. I apologize, we're on a daily time frame. Another thing I want to point out is that we are testing the Bollinger Band as we speak, and as long as we can close inside, a retracement to the fib on the top is very likely, which is $14.63. We need to see if we hold this level for support or not, but if we do fall through, then the measured move is about $6.37, and we can look for lower targets if we break them, which I might as well give you now so we can fully prepared on that. Okay. So if we do lose this level, we're looking at very, very low. So I can't even give you negative numbers as targets. So this asset isn't doing that great on a daily. We're about to make all-time new lows. We can look back at this for a retracement to the upside. Once the bottom is in, I can make a new fib to show you targets to the upside. I'm gonna go now to the 4-hour. Zoom in. The volume is really good on the daily, but there you go. The volume is now increasing as we check off the 21 EMA. So it is imperative we don't make new lows under $10.50. If we have 4-hour closes under $10.50, all those lower targets are already pointed out. But the chance of this finding a bottom here is likely. We can go sideways and test up before we go down. We can come here, test in there, consolidate, then come here and have go and come back down. There's no reason that we have to just go down, 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 down. But if we come down here and we test this level and we break it to the downside, yes, we are going to go down. So be very, very careful how you trade this. Everything is in very, very danger territory, but you have your targets, you have clear stop losses. Don't be fighting the bias of the market. Just do what the market is telling you. If you have your stop loss, take it. You don't want to have a big loss if you need. You want to save as much liquidity as possible, because if you save your liquidity with the stop loss here, you could re-enter here. Now you have a better chance of making your back or even gains. So just be very, very careful. If you start losing this low, I would cut my losses and wait to see where we want to bottom out there. Let's go to Avax on a daily. Looking at Avax on a daily, we have not made any targets on this, but I can just give a quick one. That if we go level, which we already have, and we're almost at the target for this measure. So there you go. That's one good thing I can say. We're near bottom. Here's another quick retracer. And these are our targets. So as of right now, if we not find a support at this level where we're at right now, if we start making more daily closes under $40, we have these lower targets to be forward to, which is $25 and $30. So just keep that in mind if we make a daily close outside the bull band, which it kind of looks like we are, but we still have 3 hours to see if we quickly sneak back in there. If we close back inside and the new daily candle might get a chance to go test the 21, which is $61. So just have these areas in mind. Due to the fact that we had such a deep drop, we're going to have a quick pop to retest these highs eventually. And then if we can't make new highs, then it's the bottom and so on. It will consolidate until we go to a remove. As of right now, it looks like we're finding some support. But any daily candles under $40.50, I would be looking to take my loss and additionally fill these lower targets, which might get hit. Let's go to a 4-hour on Avax and take a look. On the 4-hour, as you can see, it's doing what everything else is doing. It's jumping off the 21 EMA. We're getting rejected. Hopefully, we are not making those for $40.50. If so, I gave you those targets to the downside. If we find some support here and we test the upside, our first level of resistance is at $49, and then we have $55. And when we get some 4-hour open and closes in those levels, we can follow up and see what prices. As of right now, that's that. And let's go take a look now at next asset, which is ApeCoin. ApeCoin on a daily is now just hitting our entire measured move target, which is about $8. And that is this orange line right here. You have to go follow up on those previous ApeCoin videos to know how I got to that measured move. Another thing is we are testing the Bollinger Band side. So if we can hold this level, I can see ApeCoin gunning for about $13 and then testing that level on a daily before we see some more downside or not. We can test at least up to that level. I'm not saying we're getting there. We might get rejected at $11.50, but if we do go on a rampage to the top side because the bottom was tested, we could go all, I would say, around $13.25 almost before I look for my downside or taking a profit. So that is ApeCoin on a daily. Let's zoom in on a 4-hour. This is the only asset that's actually sellable. So we are currently rejecting off the 21, which is already evident. We are bouncing off this little channel. If this was extended, you would see it's extended. Can't see. We are bouncing off this channel. So we broke out. We are testing it. We're not breaking back in. Tested the 21. We're getting rejected. So the outside got rejected. Now we're coming back to test the bottom. As long as we don't make new 4-hour closes on $7.80, the path to the top side is possible because we have made our measure our target. If we start making 4-hour closes under $7.90, we are at the possibility of breaking back into this channel. And if we break back into this channel, we have much lower targets that we can get. I don't know what we have now because this asset is so new, but again, just put it out. It's a negative. Sorry. All right, so once we lose this level, if we can't find support at $7.26, we are going to look for $4.27 and $3.50 as the next layer of consolidation for support before we move to the downside. So those are the levels we're looking for on APE. Guys, I am going to follow up with you guys if you trust it. Let's go to our next asset. Our next asset is GMT. I think this is Steppen. Looking at the asset, it is closing very hardly under Bollinger Band. So if we close like this today and we can't find support at $1.65, I'm looking for the lower targets to become active, and the lower target next is $1.40 on a daily time frame. Going to the 4-hour, we are rejecting hard off the 21 EMA and we're testing the lows, like how I'm talking about all the other assets we talked about before. So looks like this is a much weaker asset than the other ones we covered because it's already showing you that it's tested the low. The volume is subsiding, so as long as buyers can hold this level due to this little doji, maybe we can test the side again and try to break into $12.25. With 4-hour closes up there, we can look for higher targets such as $2.65. So that is stepping on a 4-hour daily. Let's go to ZRX. So ZRX on a daily is closing outside of this Bollinger Band. Next 3 hours, if it closes like this, I would be looking for new lows. 43 cents, 43.5 cents is a target that I already have marked on this asset. So we can follow up with it when it gets there and see what let's do next. On a 4-hour, we are doing exactly what we did on the others, but the sell volume is slowing down, but this is a new candle. This could be the candle that takes the lows due to the fact that it's the daily close coming from this candle. It is imperative that we hold 43.5 cents. If we lose 43.5 cents, we have targets, which I've already marked out. Oh, well, I have not in this one, but to give you, I would just say, yeah, we'll come back to this asset. It looks like there's a lot of support at this 43.5 cent level. That's why I had it marked. If we lose that level, I would just make another measure straight down. It's just like this, and we can follow up again. So basically, losing this level, we can look for support at 30 cents, and then we can come back, redo a Fibonacci retracement so you can see other targets. Now let's go to another point, EOS on a daily time frame. So EOS, we already had a measured move on this asset and breaking down out of it. So I'm going to one, which EOS right now, the next target is $1.05. So we're going to see if we get to that area and don't find support there, then come back and look for other targets. But as of right now, on a daily, we are testing the Bollinger Band on the outside of it, and we're poking back in. So if we get back in and we close like this, we can do some retracement to $1.90, and then see if we can have a close above it or not. And if we get rejected, then we got the lower measure already here. And if we do get above it and we look for the 21 at $2.12 being the lower resistance and so on, we'll come back to it if we can have a daily $2.12. Until then, downside is okay. I'm going to go to a 4-hour quickly to see if it's different. Yeah, going on a 4-hour, we are rejecting up to 21. If we make new lows under $1.53, you can consider us going to that $1.06 target. But like, if we have a close sideways like this and we test the upside, the 21 EMA level of resistance even for our breakdown point, and the 21 EMA is $1.83. So if we have 4-hour closes above $1.83, then I can say, hey, we'll go $1.90. Right? That is EOS on a 4-hour daily. Let's go to Monero. Looking at Monero, wow, that was a very sharp drop on a daily. We are sharply dropping at wick, and we are closing outside. If we close like this, I'm looking for lower targets on Monero, and the first level of support I would consider this area right here, which is $141. If we lose $141, I'll give you guys another target, which is this consolidation. To break out, I would do something like this, all the way to like $88, $9 up there. Then we can follow up with this asset after that. This looks like a very, very sharp drop, so it's imperative to see how this daily can recoup. That's going to be very nice to see, but As of right now, I'm looking for new lows on this asset, and 141 is my first area to see if we find support, and if we can't, then I have this other measured move on $90, and we'll follow up on this asset if you guys want to take a better look at it. As you can see, we did not even try to touch the 21 charter rejection, and even GMT stepped in. So volume is slowing down, but we have some time on this asset before we find the bottom. Let's go to the next asset, which is on a 4 hour on a daily. And on Decred, we already have this channel that we drew out from our other video. It looks like a little wedge formation, and we're nicely following it, and we are breaking under the support at $50 a share, which we had marked. So now I would assume the measure will play out, and we are looking for next level or maybe around $30, and I would for $25. I'm gonna mark this out for us. So we are already breaking down. Yeah, so losing this $45 level and the other levels that I marked, basements. So I'm gonna say this. Okay, so we can look to see if we find some support between $24 and $25. And as we get into this area, if we can't find support, we'll come back and take a look at a measured move. This consolidation symbol that going to be coming into my follow-up. It's not looking too healthy, but the bottom can't be that far away at this point. So that's what we're looking at. Decred. And I will go to a 4 hour. Also, just keep in mind, this is a hard rejection. Browsing. It feels like this in 2.5 hours. Just expect this area to be coming in. But you can find a nice balance right off of this little wedge that we drew in this channel. If it comes in here, find a nice little consolidation. Look for a retrace to the top of this channel again and take our profit. It could come like straight down, bounce, come back here, consolidate, maybe even test lower, and back here. Okay, we have to wait and see, but this is like a daily chart. I just drew out like 5 days of price action, not like 10. So be patient on this asset. I know it doesn't look great, but the moves are there. If you're already long on this asset, you should consider what I just told you about the you have interest in this asset, you know that these are a great area. Still take profit and stop losses right under. All right, so that is Decred. 4 hours, same thing. Off the 21, and we're looking to test lows. If this low is broken at $40.41, we're looking for a nice drop into consolidation areas at $30.50 area. All right, let's go to the next asset. That is Cake. Pancake is bouncing off of our support. It's doing a little bit better than the assets we're looking at. If we can hold the $5.51, we can look for some upside retracement to maybe $7.25. But if we start breaking under this level, we have other follow up on. I can give you a quick measured move. So we can look to come as low as $2 after we lose this $5.89 range. And it will take a few days to get there. This is the measure right now. If we find support here, we can consolidate sideways here. That'd be fantastic. 21 at $7.40 and see if we can close above it. If we can't, then we can go and play the game back and forth until we decide which way we want to go. So keep that in mind for Pancake. Under $5.51, I will be patient. And as long as we can hold $5.51, we can look for the retrace to the upside and find our resistance, which is probably $6.43 and then about $7. If we start having 4-hour closes above $6.50, we can look for the retracement to the upside and just take a stop loss by trailing it right to 21. Once it breaks it and starts closing and starts actually showing you nice volume, you can move it up so that way if we do shoot back down, you're out of your position profit losses. All right. I think we're going to do one more, and I am going to follow up with you guys. Let's do CR. CRO on a daily. We are breaking below our level that we have made, basically all-time low. The good thing is CRO is inside the Bollinger Band. I am expecting a resistance at 25 cents, but I won't be surprised if CRO retests 31 cents. I don't know how long it's going to take. This 21 EMA is going to drag down. So, I mean, if we come and test 28 cents, I would take that as a win. And if we can't close above it, I would expect it to retrace to the downside. This asset has made all-time new lows. So you need to wait, have this asset actually show you some signs of strength by putting in sideways or higher lows where you at the bottom is officially in. Right now it's showing you signs that it's close. So now you just need the proof, which is people actually buying up this and taking it to the top side. All right, and then just because this asset is here doesn't matter. There are a possibility for it to go over. None of them. One of them, the target is about 5 cents. So losing these levels here, 5 cents is very likely. There's no reason why you can't. So just be patient on this asset. If we start closing 4 hours, daily candles above 25.5 cents, we can be more confident that we're trying to retest the 21 next fib. But as long as we're under this Fibonacci, I'm looking for the bottom price to be grounded, and then we can get back up and start closing higher. That is CRO on a 4 hour, and this is that was the daily. Sorry, the 4 hour, you can see it's testing into the 21 right now. We can just stay sideways, break above, have a close or two above it, and we can test the 55 for a higher retracement. So this asset is in the middle of a retracement, but volume. If volume starts slowing down like this, you're going to see the volume of the sellers pick up, and we can test these lows. If you see 4 hour closes under 28 cents and 20.5 cents, I would say the lower targets are. As long as we can hold this way and go sideways, we can look for upward retracement. But the second we start breaking 20.5 cents, I would immediately cut my losses and for prices to come. All right, guys, I hope you guys like this method of going over the coins. I can go over the if you guys enjoyed this. Aside from that, please do leave a like and subscribe and press the bell button for notifications so you guys get these real-time updates. I just wanted to give you guys this info before the market closes so you can add, defend, or, do whatever you need to. This is not financial advice. I just want you guys to be aware of the market so you're not caught off guard. I love you guys. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen in. Talk to you guys soon. Have a great day. Bye.